Welcome back to another YouTube video. So recently I've been getting a lot of hate on the internet because I've been speaking a lot of hard truths. Now, a lot of people don't like the hard truths. And I was that person who didn't like the hard truths for the simple reason that it would hurt my ego. Now, even to the point now where I speak the hard truths, is something which is very uncomfortable for me. Why? Because I'm a very empathetic person and I know exactly how a person is going to react because I feel other people's pain like my own. Now, the reason they react like that is because I was the same person that reacted like that. So you view it as an attack. You view it as someone being judgmental. But people that actually challenge you, they actually care about you because they're telling you that they see a lot more in you than you see in yourself. Like, I was that person who'd always restrict myself, telling me, no, I can't do this because I'm depressed. I can't do this because I'm anxious. Like, I was always trying to empower these labels to why I couldn't do something instead of actually putting the blame on myself and realizing, actually, I might be anxious. Actually, I might be depressed. But actually, this is going to cost me a lot harder than the average person. But guess what? I can still do it. Because if I don't do anything, I'm just accepting failure. I'm just accepting defeat. This is who I'm meant to be. Now, for a very long time of my life, I was someone who was never proud of myself. I would always be around people. Like, I had so many random friendship groups. And every time I was with them, I would change personality. I was just a different person because in every group, I would just be that person that everyone wanted to be around because I was the nice guy. I would tell people what they wanted to hear because I was always seeking their approval because I didn't accept myself. Like, I lived in constant doubt. Like, at the back of my mind, I was like, am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? So whenever I did do something, I would ask, oh, is this okay? Is this not okay? Should I wear this? Should I not wear that? I was always in constant seek of someone's approval. Now, this was a big problem because I couldn't ever be free. Freedom is thinking and acting as one. But the thing is, many people are so afraid to think and act as one because they're scared of hurting someone else's feeling. Like, it is impossible to keep everyone happy. And if you do so, you'll do it at the expense of your own. And this took me some time to realize. And once I realized that for myself, the moment I started growing is when I started to face the hard truths. I realized, wait, I'm an anxious person, I'm a depressed person, and I'm someone who's so afraid of the world. So guess what? What if I just go against the world and not care about what people think? Am I gonna die? No, actually, wait, this feels quite good. Now, let me do this again. Then guess what? You start building that mental callus. And the more you do it, the more confident you feel you begin to feel. Now, this is like everything. The reason you're so scared and you feel so overwhelmed is because you've never done it before. Now, that's why I tell you guys the hard truths, because it creates a trigger, and triggers are notification for change. Because if I tell you what you want to hear, that's just going to make you feel good, but the problem is still there. I was still this anxious person. I was still this person living with this self-doubt, governed by fear. Now, everyone used to tell me, don't worry, your time will come. It will come. 5 years went by, 10 years went by, and it still hasn't come. I realized everything that you want is out there. You just have to go ahead and get it. That's what makes everyone afraid. But guess what? Everyone hides their weaknesses behind excuses, because you need to realize, for you to become strong, you have to become weak. This is the thing. Most challenges in your life are going to be hard. You being able to overcome that communication issue that you have, or you have to learn to communicate. It sounds very simple, but what you do, you have to put the reps in. You can't just read this book and prepare yourself fully and just wait. No, I need to theoretically just read this and read that and do this, and then I'll go out there and be perfect. No, you have to put the reps in. This is why you can't have this fear of failure. That's why I told you guys, you need to love failing more, but for you to actually put yourself in a position to fail, you have to drop that ego and accept that actually this is something beneficial to me, which most of you guys don't want to do. You guys just want to hold on to your point. No, I am depressed. I have this issue. Now I've got PCOS, and yes, you can have all of this. It just means that your journey is going to be slightly harder, but why would you not want to progress in your journey of life? The thing is, I was so behind with so many things that I said to myself, actually, if I stay here, everyone else is going to be progressing, and what about my life? I'm just an extra in my own life. Why don't I try to become the main character? And I always was looking for permission. If I could do this, I was stuck between these limiting beliefs. I didn't ever believe like I can do anything. Why? Because I never tried. And even when I did try, my thinking was so negative that I had to prove myself right. Oh, if you tried, you are going to fail. When I failed, oh, I told you were going to fail. That's how negative my self-talk was. It was so negative where I had so much self-doubt to the point when I got into college. And this is the time where now I start to get attracted to girls. And whenever a girl would try to speak to me, I would never really accept it because I would think that they were mocking me. I would feel like they were just saying it to make fun of me. That's how negative your self-talk is. Even when it's there, you choose not to see it. Now, how can you work on becoming someone confident? How can you work on accepting the truth? Well, the way that you actually accept the truth is Actually having some time to self-analyze. Self-analyze and see your progression. Self-analyze and see where you are now and ask yourself, are you proud of the person that you see? Now, you look in the mirror and it's not just physical, it's in all areas. You will know there's something that is conquering you. That's why the key is to conquer self. If not, you'll be conquered by self. And if you're conquered by self, you'll be living in shame and guilt. And this is the place where many people live. They live in shame and guilt. That's why you have all of these problems. If you did not live in shame and guilt, 99% of your problems would not exist. The thing is, when you live in shame and guilt, you end up living in different time frames except for the now. You live in the past because you're like, why did I do this? I regret doing this. Then you go into the future thinking how it's going to affect your future. Look at my future, watch. I shouldn't have done those choices. Then you go back and forth between past and future. Now you live in this constant regret. Now, where are you now? You watching this video? Well, you're here in the now, in the present. Now, life only exists in the now. The past doesn't exist. We're not going that way. The future doesn't exist because we don't even know we're going to be alive tomorrow. And this is the only thing that we have. And this is why being grateful is taking action. And action is a killer of fear. And most people are governed by fear, which is why you defend depression, you defend anxiety, you defend all of your problems. But guess what? You're still living in fear. You're living in doubt. You're living in this feeling of shame and guilt. Now, the key to progressing is when you look at yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, what am I doing that's causing me shame? What am I doing that's causing me guilt? Now, then you actually link that to the actual cause. Now, you have to face and overcome that problem. Now, to overcome that problem is going to be hard. You have to become someone who's confident. Let me give you an example. I wasn't the best communicator. I didn't know how to speak. I would struggle. Even sometimes today, you can hear me mumble. Sometimes my words don't structure properly. And guess what? That's why I show up to the camera every single day, because every time I post a video, that's me putting a rep in. That's me improving. This is me accepting and mastering the art of losing. Mastering the art of losing is putting myself in a position to lose, because guess what? To make mistakes, because eventually within time I make less and less mistakes, which means I have grown. And this is the thing, this is where most of you guys are scared to put yourself, because of your ego. Now let me tell you one thing, most of the time these things, sometimes they can be out of your control, sometimes they can overwhelm you, yes. So you need to start controlling the controllables and learn to react to the things that you can't control. The first thing is control your physical appearance. Why is this so important? Because when you look in the mirror, you have that self-doubt of, oh, I wish I could look better. I wish I could do this. That is in your control. Now, the moment you have that covered and you start to walk with your chest up, then the moment you start to do all these other things, guess what? Now you have all this reassurance because you have this actual backing of things that you have done. You have actual evidence. Then it goes on to the next thing. What else can I do? That's why everything starts small. It all starts with your habits, which is why I tell you guys, create a daily process which you live by, where you follow every single day, because we live in every single day. The moment that you get to wake up, the moment you have this opportunity of life, you get to attack the day. You need to understand one thing: life is a contract of days. To win at life, you have to win the days. So you need to make sure you have a daily process which puts you in a position that you are overcoming yourself every single time. Because guess who gets in your way? You do. Whenever someone tells you you're not good enough, who accepts it? You do. This is the thing. These thoughts, they're so self-sabotaging. Life is a journey. You always have to keep on polishing it. You always have to keep on refining yourself. You don't just get a physique and then have this physique for the rest of your life. No, you have to work on it daily. This is like anything in life, which is why you need to face the hard truths. Oh, you're starting to slack off. Face the hard truth. Oh, you haven't done enough. Face the hard truth. You know that you're not doing enough. And most of the time you're complaining about not seeing the results for the work that you haven't put in. I was with a friend of mine I haven't seen in so many years, and I saw him for some time, and I said, bro, you're getting fat. And it hurts me to say this because I know exactly how he's going to react. He started to defend himself. He started to create all of these excuses. He started to get defensive. And I said, bro, I'm not telling this because I hate you. I'm telling this because I love you. I want you to improve, and I need you to understand that you being fat is a byproduct of something that you're doing, of a negative habit, of a self-destructive habit. Now, if you can do that, then you're going to do that in something else, and in something else, and then guess what? That's not you being your best version. Being your best version is seeking excellence. It's not seeking perfection, it's seeking progression. Next week, he calls me, he says, bro, after 4 years, I had lost that flame, and you had managed to take it out, and you had taken it out behind hard truth. Another friend of mine, I saw a picture of him after years of being overweight, and I said to him, bro, this needs to stop. You're getting fat. He called me. He was super offended, super upset, irritated. He said, how can you call me that? I said, bro, I'm not saying anything. You're getting angry. You're reacting to something. And if you react to something, it's because you care about it. That's a notification for change. And then guess what? He's living the best life he's ever lived. He's in shape. He starts to see progression in all areas. And he tells me, bro, you saved my life. it was at that moment that I realized actually I had let myself go and I've completely forgotten about myself, and I cared about my ego more than my actual progression. And I had done this for a very long time, which is why I tell people the hard truths, even when I don't want to. Because I know in that moment, it's not gonna sit right. I know at that moment, it's going to hurt your feelings. But guess what? I'd rather hurt your feelings than you actually go by life on standby, thinking everything's okay. Then you wake up in 8 years from now, when you're 80 years old, thinking, I can't believe I didn't try. I can't believe no one told me. I can't believe this is my reality. And the reason I tell you is because I managed to change mine. Now, I'm not gonna be selfish enough to just care about myself and tell you that you're okay while I progress and put myself in uncomfortable situations, face hard truths, and become the person that I've always wanted to become. Every single day I ask myself, am I proud of the person that I am? The day that I have a kid, the day that I have children, I want my children to look up to me and think, wow, he's my role model. Are you the role model to your kids? Are you the role model to your future kids? Or do you have these excuses that you tell them? You want them to do something, but you don't do it yourself. You have to live by example, which is why I follow through every single day. Today I've been up since 4:45 in the morning. I'm tired, my eyes are closing. But guess what? I live by example. I show up. I do this video because I want you to take value from this. This is the thing. You guys need to start living by truth. And when you live by truth, you start to question a lot of things that you do. And it's gonna feel like you're going crazy, but this is how you find yourself. You find yourself after every discomfort. In situations where you feel like you can't go through, and guess what? You put yourself in it. Guess what? What's the worst case scenario? That you're going to die. What are you so afraid of? Oh, because someone is going to judge you, someone's going to laugh at you. In 100 years from now, that their opinion isn't going to matter. But guess what is going to matter? When you're alone and you realize that actually, in this life, no one's opinion really does matter. Now that I'm here by myself with my thoughts, am I proud of my trajectory of this life? That's down to you. And I don't want you to have that regret, because I felt that regret very soon. That's why I tried to chase excellence in everything. Being the best partner, being the best son, being the best employee, being the best everything. Creating content for you guys. I don't release content just for the sake of releasing content. For the last couple of days, I've been struggling to get into flow state. But guess what? I go again, and I go again, because I don't accept defeat. But I do accept that I will make mistakes. This is one thing that you guys need to realize. It's not about being perfect. It's about being better. Every single day making better choices. Is consistency and intensity. Don't stay comfortable because you've done one thing. Don't be comfortable with the things that you've done yesterday. Every day is a new day. Show gratitude that you've been given a new day. Gratitude is action. Because the thing is, the moment you don't take action, that's when you let fear and doubt into your mind. And that's when you go back to who you didn't want to become. Now, I hope you got the message from this video and understand that I will continue to speak my hard truths, whether you like them or not, because I care about you. And in this moment, if you don't accept it, it's because actually you care about your emotions more than you care about yourself. Guess what? Your emotions don't care about you. Because guess what? The things that you do, that is permanent. That's who you actually are. The things that you feel, that's who you think you are. Now, if you like this video, please put down your reflections, that the ones that you take away from this. I'm about to go to the gym now because the gym closed late today. I mean, the gym opened early today. And look, I'm tired. The gym's open late today. They open at 9 a.m. So normally they open at 7, so I normally go to the gym. And so right now, after this video, we're gonna go to the gym. We had a couple coaching calls. We have our Mindset Mastery room, which is every Saturday, 5:30 p.m, where you get to ask me any question, where you have the close relationship, where you have lifetime access to our community of like-minded individuals. Now, if you want to progress and you want to be close to me, click the link. If not, just like this video. Tell me that it's managed to help you in any way. And that's more than enough for me. Love you guys. Let's go.